Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy, and this is an old man thing. At this point, insert something inappropriate. No, I see Greek men doing it. When the partners go into the shops,
Yeah.
they sit outside.
They sit outside the front of the... also, they have those coffee shops where Greek guys just seem to hang out and play cards.
And they seem really happy.
They are happy.
They are happy, and there's nothing much going on. At my gym, there's a couple of Greek guys that just stand in the street.
Yeah.
Sort of lean on the fence, and you go, hi there, and they go, hi. And I go...
I think the wife's saying, you'll get out of the house.
That's hard. I don't want you here.
Marika. Yeah, I think that's what goes on. But they socialise better than Anglo-Saxon men of that age.
Well observed. Yeah, I don't think Anglo-Saxon men probably do it through alcohol.
My dad created those. We had networks of like the Freemasons, the Scouts, the op shop. He used to the church. So he had about 4 or 5 things going where he would go and hang out.
It would have been good because it was a sense of community.
Yeah, and they'd have a few drinks.
I don't have that.
No.
I do at the golf club.
Yeah, and the gym. And your gym and the...
Yeah, I'd go to the gym. It's mainly women at the gym, but that's good. I mean,
That's
older
all right.
women, that's good.
That's good.
Anyway, so sitting out the front of the shop.
How many years have you wasted
in waiting?
Standing outside the front of shops for your partner?
Is it wasted time? Well, if they're enjoying themselves and they know that you're there, you're like a lifeguard.
Yeah, but like, why do we have to come? I remember my wife said, for my birthday, I want you to drive me around to shops. I'm like, that's like a nightmare for me. What am I going to...
Oh, well, there's something wrong with me.
If I was into cricket, I'd sit in the car and listen to cricket, but I'm not into cricket.
What you just said I enjoy doing.
You like that?
I don't mind
You
it.
can drive Kieran around next birthday.
Hey, Dave, I'm here.
Your lift's here, Kieran. He's keen. He loves shops. He knows all the good ones at Southland. Get down there.
For women and some men, maybe like me, it's quite meditative to just go and browse.
Okay, all right.
I remember during COVID, you couldn't go to the shops.
No.
And we found a $2 shop that was open because it was selling some small amount of food. And then we went there for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, browsing.
Browsed at a $2 shop.
Yeah.
And went, oh my God, this feels good.
What was it called? The one down the street here is called Crazy Price Everything.
Yeah, they call it the $2 shop, and then you find something for $4 and you go, should I complain about that?
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're outside the shop?
Outside the shop. And a guy comes up to me and he goes, excuse me, are you a member of the Curry family?
Oh. Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry. And which, of course, is quite flattering.
Name another Curry. Bernard. Oh,
well
pretty
done.
good, pretty good.
How many
There's a few of them in show business. There's Bernard and Stephen and another one. And there's a sister too.
Oh, really?
There is a sister.
They're a very talented family. And, of course, Stephen, a big fan of this show.
Hello.
Hello, Stephen Curry.
Cuzzer.
And, of course, I can claim that I've started his career, whatever. Of course I did. I was in Fast Forward with him.
Oh,
no, he was in Fast Forward.
Yeah, he had that line. Yeah, we've been over that.
And he poked his head into the camera. And ad-libbed a line. Just get him. And the rest was history, really.
Yeah, the castle.
I probably told him to poke his head in there. Anyway,
you probably directed him.
Are you a member of the Curry family? And I went, Stephen Curry. No, I'm not. But I didn't want to do that thing.
I'm actually on TV, but I'm not that person.
I don't want to do that thing.
Sure.
You probably recognise me from, I'm sure it was like, is that in Simpsons? That character?
Troy.
Yeah. So I didn't do that. And then his wife comes over.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, yeah, I know who you are. Please excuse my husband. When it comes to recognising people, he has dyslexia.
That's when you say, well, you should really go to the doctor if you've got dyslexia. So she was trying to say dyslexia.
Dyslexia. But she actually said dyslexia.
And she said that with no irony.
No, not at all. Dyslexia.
Then your wife comes out of the shop. How's your time been on the bed? Oh, you won't believe this. I mean, someone's got dyslexia.
Or maybe it's a bit of a thing they do in the Curry family. Maybe the Curry family do go, hey, mate, I haven't seen you for a while. Get it out. Pull it out. We're going to have a good old bit of dick licking here because that's what the Curry family do. Sorry, Stephen. He's probably listening.
Yeah, he is. He does listen.
He does listen.
He's the one person we know who listens.
Yeah, that's right.
Him and Ross Noble. Even though he might have dropped off, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there comes a point where...
Well, you go through phases with podcasts.
You
know?
do, yeah.
It's fair enough.
But anyway, Stephen Curry, I would love to be a member of your family, but I'm not. And I didn't claim that I was for the fun of it. I did let them know that I wasn't. And any reference to licking it was nothing to do with me. If the story does come back around to you, I apologise now, but they weren't my words. Do I even think about that? Not very much.
And no. And if there's something you want to tell everyone, you can come on the podcast and tell us.
Yeah,
Stephen.
maybe this is, I don't know.
This is a good thing.
Well, it's a new idea headline. If you want to get in the new idea, you want to get in the Daily Mail. Stephen Curry comes forward about weird obsession.
Curry family, a secret.
Yeah, Curry family secret. And then,
And then a shot of that woman and that man outside the shop with you.
It all comes.
Came.
Daily Mail is probably listening to this right now.
They
It's
probably
going to
do.
write it up as a story.
They probably do.
Saying Stephen Curry has a weird obsession,
Yeah.
and I apologise, but it wasn't my doing. Anyway.
No. All right, well, play the music.
Play the music.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast. Oh, hello to any celebrity or just any person listening. You don't have to be a celebrity, an actor.
Oh, okay.
You can hello to anyone. But maybe we do have some famous people listening. Maybe like David Beckham just kicks back. Oh, I like that.
Maybe
I like that somehow related.
Yeah. I remember that bloke cleaning
Yeah,
massage
gave the
me. Well,
massage.
that's all right, isn't it?
Maybe who knows who listens?
Yeah, well, I was surprised by who listened, by some of my friends, because I figured no one listened.
Yeah.
But I was pleasantly surprised by well-known people. And you know who you are, and I'm not going to say. But you know who you are. I'm talking to them now.
They're a well-known person.
Yeah, and I'm not, and this isn't...
But how well-known? Are they more well-known than
very
you?
well-known.
More well-known than you?
No one's...
No.
That's
okay,
ridiculous.
all right. So
No,
it's-
yeah, absolutely.
Sam Pang. I don't think
No,
Pang
Sam
listens.
wouldn't listen. No.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, good on them for listening. And hopefully maybe some of my icons listen, like...
Who's that?
Well, musicians from the 80s, like Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran, Nick Hayward from Haircut 100. Anyway,
Maybe...
Annabelle from Bow Wow Wow. Anyway.
Maybe we should, if you have those secret desires in your head, because am I right in saying there is talk, I think, from you, the major producer, with Courtney, the producer, that you're going to put up I forget what it's called, Patreon version of this show or something?
No, we're launching that. That's launched, Glenn. That has been launched.
What was that thing we recorded something the other day for?
Somehow unrelated.
What a great title.
Yeah.
So you could pay a little bit of money.
Yeah, I think it's $10 a month, and
Ooh,
you get
that's a
extra.
lot.
Extra.
That's too
not that
much.
much.
It's a lot of money.
Is it? You get.
It's it's 1.5 coffees.
You get extra material from us. Extra shows.
I see it is you get to go in the back room.
Yeah.
You go see the sealed section.
The sealed section.
The sealed section.
Like Cleo.
Remember with Cleo and Playboy, there was a bit where you go, oh, I got the Cleo.
Yeah.
And there was a section you had to cut open.
Yeah, I remember it. Don't worry. And that happened in Dolly too. They used to have that occasionally in Dolly magazine. Well, let's go to two topics, and we'll see how they're related.
Yes.
What
and this
are
is the front of the magazine. This is not sealed.
Yeah, there is a sealed section. It's called Somewhere Unrelated. You can subscribe to it today.
I'm intrigued already.
Go to the show notes or go to.
But we recorded one the other day. It was great.
It's very funny.
But I don't want if you don't sign up, don't feel
Doesn't
bad.
matter.
Doesn't matter because
Yeah.
But far out, it was really.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
Or go to nearly.com.au and.
Or get an illegal download for someone.
Yeah. Pirate it.
Yeah.
Well, what other topics, Sam?
David Schwimmer and Rod Stewart.
Wow.
Ah, David Schwimmer.
Two people. I don't know how often we've done two people.
Two celebrities.
Two celebrities.
Well, let's talk about David Schwimmer. So he's basically known as Ross from Friends.
What was his history? It was from in the theatre?
He would have been a jobbing actor, I'd say.
Jobbing actor who was he the one that was well enough known before Friends started that didn't have to audition? That was the famous story that he said.
Oh, really?
I think the part was written for him.
Really?
So therefore he's a mainstay. And he was the one that really got the group together and said, let's link arms, because what you can do when you're negotiating moving forward is you divide and conquer. So in other words, I can offer you a deal.
Oh, so they all got together and said we want the same money.
Yeah, they all sort of said we won't do it for less than this.
Oh, wow.
Because we are highly successful and blah, blah, blah. So that was because you could maybe get rid of one and you could save the whatever it was. That's how the networks would think.
Yeah.
And so you have I think what do they call it? All Nations deal or something.
Oh.
Have you heard about that?
No. So who was there in Friends? It was Rachel.
Yeah.
Which is Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Phoebe, who was very funny.
She was great. She was
the blonde.
I like her.
She's kicked on as a serious kind of actress. You see her in stuff.
Yep.
There was Courtney Cox's character.
Yeah, can't remember.
Yeah. And Joey. And Joey was very funny.
I met Joey.
You met Joey?
Yeah, I met Joey. He got to meet me. Met him at the Logies. Yeah, it was all right.
But he was good on that show.
But the funny part is when you meet him,
he's not Joey.
It's the same. I mean, why would I expect him to be?
But you think he's going to say, how you doing? And all that stuff that he used to do.
You expect him to be high energy. But you can't be everything to everyone.
Monica, that was Courtney Cox's character.
Yeah. He was a nice guy. But, he's in another country and so therefore, and who are all these people? But then again, you got to bring it slightly. But then, look, he was fine. It was a bit low-key, but he was fine.
Did you like Friends?
I like Friends in a sugary sort of way.
Have it on the background?
Yeah, it's a sugar hit for me. It's not so much something that I really, So on occasion I would watch it. It would be close to the most successful. That and Seinfeld, the most successful. And both during a period which would have started in the mid-90s.
90s, yeah.
Whereas Seinfeld started in the late 80s.
My wife's always going, Friends wasn't a great show. I said, we watched every episode. I remember we used to watch it.
Very easy to watch.
That and Mad About You.
Mad About You. I didn't mind that. Yeah. But Friends was easy to watch. The characters were likeable.
They were funny.
Joey was funny. I mean...
Chandler. Hang on, we've got Chandler.
Who
passed away.
Matthew
Perry.
He
was great.
He had some of the best time.
He had the zingers.
He was funny.
Can't believe we've got Chandler.
He was great. He was my favourite easily.
Yeah, he was great.
But I read his book, and in that book where there were two characters, it was him and there was his addiction, and it really wasn't room for anything else in his life. Really, it was and so sad that he went through. The only way he could leave all that torment was to go heavy on the drugs, which eventually killed him. But
do you remember the theme song? Hang on, I'm going to do it. You're going to join in? No one told me it was going to be this way. Oh, you didn't do it.
No, I didn't do it.
Clapping.
Because I didn't do it. Do a bit more.
No one told me. I think it goes like this. No one told me it was going to be this way. That's it.
Was it 3 claps or 4?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3.
No. Like that. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. No one told me it was going to be this way. That's it.
Oh, God. I can see the old Captain Coco coming out in you.
My musical skills coming to the front.
Schwimmer.
Because he was like the patsy kind of. He was always in love with Rachel.
He was your everyman, really, wasn't he? He was kind of like, yeah.
He played a very good dopey kind of.
He always questioned the logic slightly. You go, whereas the others were kind of a little bit, not neurotic, but, well written, well executed. It was traditional sitcom in that it was filmed in front of a live audience.
Yeah.
There's traditional meaning studio audience, 3-4 cameras, a set, whereas a lot of the sitcoms went on to be like single camera things.
Like Curb Your Enthusiasm or The Office.
The Office, they kind of...
one of the last ones, probably.
Yeah, and they would have an audience laughing.
There was an audience.
Yeah. And Seinfeld had an audience. I mean, we don't even... Are
when
there
you
any
hear
shows?
it now...
Are there any shows that do that now?
Yeah, there's some British shows that still do it, like Mrs. Brown's Daughters, and they still do it, don't they? They have an audience. British shows, I reckon the last one was 2.5 Men were doing it.
Yeah, right.
The Big Bang Theory were doing it.
If you were on a sitcom, do you reckon you would like that? It's hard.
I wasn't a stand-up comic. Yeah, I like an audience.
So it would bring out a different level of performance in you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be good.
And hearing that laugh is immensely satisfying.
Yeah.
You hear of Kramer, Michael Richards. I read his book and how much torment that he went through doing Seinfeld that he really didn't take time to enjoy it because he was under so much pressure. But
we've done him. He used to sit in the pool in his scuba gear.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We did it on this podcast. Now, what did David Schwimmer do after Friends?
He did a bit of
directing and more acting, but I think he seems to be... he was in Curb. He was great in Curb. He was great in that.
Because they did.
Him and Larry were doing the producers.
Yeah,
he was great in that.
And they, of course, they rubbed each other the wrong way.
Yes.
Yeah, and Larry did things that David Schwimmer had to deal with.
Very funny.
Very funny. They confronted him on
So
tedium.
he's obviously got a good. He just wants to do good stuff. Probably he's probably made so much money from Friends. He just wants to do what he wants to do. I'd say David Schwimmer.
Yeah, I mean,
what a position to be in.
I dare say he's
He's what's called the Glenn Robbins position. I think it's called.
Oh, really?
That's what they call it in Hollywood. You just get to do what you want to do.
I'm getting to do me.
Whereas I've got to drive to Albury tonight. You don't have to do that.
But you know,
You'd probably love to go to Albury.
Yeah, trying to think what
else about David Schwimmer?
Else about David Schwimmer? Is he
He's
married?
Jewish.
Is he got? Oh, he's Jewish, is he?
Yeah, he's Jewish.
That's not. I'm not saying. I'm not passing judgment there.
Yeah.
I
I assume he's Jewish.
Is he married? I think he's
married with kids. He looked like a dad in Friends, but he probably wasn't.
What does he still hang out with? Would they hang out together? Probably not. You know,
Just normally one or two of them would speak to each other. Like Courtney would speak to Jennifer Anderson. Maybe, I don't know.
because when you're in a long,
You get sick of people.
Well, yeah, Kath and Kim, do I catch up with the girls? They don't want anything to do with me.
Yeah, they don't return your calls. They ghost you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we get on fine, but we don't see each other. And you imagine that you do, and you don't really. That's what the great thing about work is. It can bring you together for a reason rather than it is pretty boring. You want to catch up for dinner? No, not really.
What are we going to talk about?
What are we going to talk about? Sometimes if other people come to the country, they would have been Kath and Kim fans and they'll want to have a dinner with someone. And then you'll get together for that.
Oh, that's good.
That's great. And then it's about something else rather than just yourself. But
and you have a fee for that, $5,000.
well, I'm coming in $3
$3,000.
grand. Yeah, and I
The
don't
girls
pay
are a bit
for them.
higher.
And if they'll give me, I want a car to pick me up and stuff like that. And David Schwimmer, we give him a big tick.
Yeah,
I reckon he would be.
Funny actor.
I reckon he'd be approachable, friendly. Strikes me that he hasn't got any demons there.
No, he seems pretty good.
He hasn't popped up as an arsehole somewhere.
Matthew Perry got him all, unfortunately.
You know, he just seems like a guy that's probably come from. I don't know. He probably had a theatre background. He probably came from impro or something.
School, I reckon.
Yeah, and it's all the proof is in the pudding.
Good on him.
Yeah.
All right, Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart. I'm going to predict. Hang on. I'm going to predict whether Dave O'Neill would have been a Rod Stewart fan. I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say no. A big no to Rod Stewart.
Oh, what?
No, I don't. He's a bit. I don't know.
Surely his songs.
No.
What are some of these big songs? Sailing.
Maggie.
Do you think I'm still?
Nah. Young Hearts.
What's his biggest hit? Maggie May
Young
or something?
Hearts Be Free Tonight.
Forever Young.
Oh, nah. Never did it. You know what? I'd probably like his stuff when he wasn't in the Small Faces. He was in a band before he was Rod Stewart. He was in another band. I probably like that stuff from the 60s.
So how old would he be now?
75 at least.
Right. So
80? But I never liked Rod Stewart. I just thought he was too daggy and.
Yeah. Did he like Captain Coco?
Probably not.
No.
I mean, good on him. He's done well. He just did Glastonbury, actually.
What does that mean?
It's a big music festival in England, and he did the headline spot. So it makes him sort of cool.
Would baby boomers go along to that? No.
Not a lot, no. Young people.
So young people would go along and probably put their arms in the air and
and sing "I Am Sailing."
Yeah,
I am sailing home again. He's got a good. You know what? He's got a good voice. I'll give him that much.
You have to admire him.
Yeah, I do, and for still going. And it's like, and not that he doesn't take it seriously, I'm sure he does, but it kind of comes out pretty easy with him. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He doesn't feel like it.
Been around for so long. I remember Paul Hogan doing the imitation of him with his microphone, hitting people off the stage.
That's right.
He used to hold the mic like a...
and he had that haircut, which I think he's probably still got.
He's still got.
Is your hair the same? Because my hair has basically been the same all my life.
My hair's the same since the 80s.
So it's not such a hard thing to do. But
I got a new haircut. When I work with Kate Lambrook, she says, you got to get a new haircut. And I got like a sort of a Roman...
What?
Not a part, just like a fringe. It didn't look good.
No, you got to be careful because I've been thinking about maybe one day I should give it a buzz cut, and Stoney goes, no, don't. My hairdresser goes, no, don't do that.
No, don't do that because you've got hair at your age. That's a miracle.
Well, Selena says I'm getting a bald spot. I don't think I am. The people who get people who masturbate too much from lose their hair, and I couldn't possibly fit into that.
They go to the beach a lot, play golf. I don't know where you fit in.
Yeah,
right. You know who's got a great Rod Stewart story? Friend of the show, Ross Noble. He met Rod Stewart in a weird circumstance.
What do you mean?
I think it was on the beach or something. I went on a TV show and he told it.
I would love to hear him.
Yeah.
Now I feel a bit. I don't like to.
No, let's ring him. Well, we mentioned him at the start of the show. Maybe he's not listening. Maybe he's... Anyway, let's call up the great man Ross Noble. You up for it?
I'd love to talk to him.
Okay.
Hello?
Is that Ross Noble?
Go ahead, caller.
It's Glenn and Dave, and we're recording. You've said before it's one of your favourite podcasts.
Oh, no, don't put him on the spot like that, because that's not fair, because he probably, he had his time, but as we've said before, it was the turning point when Ross Noble said that he liked the show, and then he pointed out something that was, something that we weren't very good at. You got most intrigued when we couldn't remember things, and it went on to become known now, and we still do it. It's called a noble moment, and we proudly say it because it's true. You enjoyed us not knowing what we were talking about.
Yeah, and I often forget that it's not when I'm listening. I forget that it's not happening in real time because I reach for the phone to go. Oh, for God's sake! I'm just gonna text. I'm just gonna text.
You should do that anyway. Well, Ross, the subjects today are Rod Stewart and David Schwimmer, and I remember I was on a TV show with you, and you've met Rod Stewart. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes. What happened was, I ended up. I was on holiday, and I do this thing, right? So, I might not have explained the full story on that show, but so what I do is when I'm out and about, I see somebody that looks a little bit like a celebrity, and then I always I tense my body. It works best, especially if you're in London. I tense my body and I turn to my missus and I go, "Don't look now, don't look now." And she's like, "What? Who have you seen? And I just see somebody that look.
Yeah, a bit like
that's great. I love it.
With a white beard, white hair. Going, "Don't look now, Kenny Rogers." Kenny Rogers was lit.
Yeah. Yes, I do that too. Bob Geldof on the train.
I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah, and I especially love it when if it's somebody, especially if it's like an old lady who looks like a male celebrity. That's even better.
Yeah, and Keith Richards, on the bus stop.
Exactly. Yeah. Ronnie Wood, just an old skinny woman with a big nose. And then, and I did it to her once. We're walking down the street, and I went, "Don't look now." She went, "Who?" And I went, "It's Ben and Jerry off the ice cream." And she went, "Where?" She turned round and literally and then we got distracted, forgot all about it. And then a few days later, somebody went, "I saw Ringo Starr on Charlotte Street." And she turns to me in front of everyone and goes, "Who was it we saw the other day?" And everyone starts going, "How did you what they were together?" Anyway, so I see this this old man coming up, and he's got spiky blonde hair. Yeah. So I think, well, he's like a really old man, but happens to have a Rod Stewart haircut. So I go, "Don't look now." It's Rod Stewart, and she turns around laughing because she knows that she's going to see an old man that just happens to have a Rod Stewart haircut. And as he goes on, he's like, "It was Rod Stewart."
It was Rod Stewart.
Oh, that's great.
She went, "Bloody hell, it's Rod Stewart."
Oh, that is so good.
You're on the beach, weren't you? It was on the beach?
Well, we were in a restaurant, and they had so it was the south of France, and they've got and him and his family had come in. They were on a yacht, and they'd come in, and then so they were sat in the restaurant, and then this restaurant's got its own sort of beach, and we go down to the beach, and then the next thing you know, Rod and his family are sitting on the beach next to us, and then so I'm building the biggest sandcastle this beach has ever seen, to the point where the bloke with the ice cream truck, he had to. He had a sort of thing that he pushed along with wheels on. I had to help him to go into the sea because the entire stretch of beach was filled with sandcastle. And then, so I'm building this sandcastle, and Rod's lying there. And let's be honest, he very much favours a much younger. I know he's been with his wife for a long time, but she's a little younger, and at the time his kids were really young, and he just wants to lie on a sun lounger like any old man.
Fall asleep.
Exactly. wants to take the weight off his hips from years of gyrating. Those hips have taken it. They've seen more action than just that. Anyway, the point is, his missus turns around to my wife and just goes, "Oh, is it all right if my lads join in with the sand cat?" Well, of course. I mean, I'm bang straight onto it. I'm like, "Yes, please." The labour force has increased, so they come in and we're digging away, and then we sleep, and she goes, "Go on, Rod, get involved," right? And you can see. So there's creaking and wheezing, and he gets up. He's still in great shape, but he's an old bloke. Yeah. Anyway, so he joins in with it, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to go, "Oh, you're Rod Stewart." I think, look, he's just a dad on the beach, getting involved with his kids. So we're working away, and he properly gets into it. It's like, he's an old bloke, but it's like 5 minutes before he's gone on stage, he's like, boom, he's a young man again, and he's digging away and all that, and the battlements are falling down, and he's like, "Quick, this bit, the waves have got this bit here, quick," and he's running around, and the two of us are literally, we're sort of both squatting, and we're digging, like dogs dig to bury their own poop. So I'm stood next to Rod, and both of us are like digging like dogs, and I turned to him and I went, "Have you noticed anything, Rod?" And he looked and he went, "Is it the battlements? What's happening?" And I went, No, the children are no longer involved. And his kids were off playing football, and my kids were collecting shell, and it was literally just myself and Rod Stewart building it. And he looked up, he shrugged, and went back to building.
Yeah.
That's his train set thing in him, because he loves building things. So it's tweaked that gland in him, so he gets to build a little world. So it was perfect for him.
He did say, he actually said afterwards, he made some reference to maybe not going on beach holidays when he was a kid. That's how he stayed relevant. But the thing is that, and I don't know why you've discussed this yet, but his wife is a volunteer cop. Yes. You know about this?
I didn't know that.
Someone told me that. Yeah. So where? In America or England?
No, in the UK. So they did a show called something like Celebrity Law Enforcement, or it was like Famous on the Force or something like that. And it was a bunch of celebrities who went through police training, and she loved it so much that she became a special constable.
Wow.
So she's on a show like The View in the UK, Loose Women, but it's quite weird because obviously she's a rock star's wife, and she's got her own career as well, like TV presenting. So she's probably one of the few, because Rod worries about it. Apparently, he sends a limo, so he just finishes our shift and then a limo pulls off.
Fantastic. That's more stuff about Rod Stewart that we knew.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He's got this is all I know. Well, not all I know, but he had. So yes, the train set. He had a model railway. He also had a full-size football pitch at his house when he lived in LA. I think he lives back in the UK now, but he had a full-size football pitch with floodlights and everything. And all of the expats used to go to his house to play soccer there. God. So I think that's. I don't know if that I don't know if that helps you on your
on our journey.
Schwimmer, I would say. I know I'm not trying to do your job for you, but please. Schwimmer, he directed I think
what?
In terms of did after Friends, he did quite a bit of directing.
Yeah. He did a movie. He'd run Fat Boy Run, or what it was called in England, didn't he?
He also directed some of the American version of Little Britain.
Oh, right.
I think he was involved in that. And of course, he took a rare straight acting role in Band of Brothers.
Yeah, of course. He was good in that.
He's a good actor.
Well, Ross, always good to chat to you. That's great information about Rod Stewart and David Schwimmer.
I look forward to hearing what the connection is. That's going to bug me. Can you get this episode out quick?
And Ross is on tour. I've seen his tour poster.
Where,
And this is in England. You're doing England, but you're also doing Australia at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I've still got Sydney. I've got Sydney and Melbourne. I'm at the Palais, and then I'm up at the State Theatre in Sydney, and then various other places. So yeah, I've still got a few Aussie gigs left, and all around the UK. So yeah.
Go and see Ross.
keep making people happy, Ross.
All right, I'll look forward to listening to this.
Oh wow!
Oh God!
Amazing story.
So lucky to be able to talk to him.
What thinking music should we have? We can't play any of his songs.
We can't play any Rod Stewart songs.
No.
Is Rod Stewart ever been in the movies, or has he ever done Has he ever been in a TV
Probably.
show? Done it? Is he be controversial in any way? Not really.
No, he supported Margaret Thatcher for a while.
What do you mean?
He was supported the Conservatives in England. They used to call him Rod the Tory or something, apparently. Anyway, let's...
What about David Schwimmer?
Yeah, he's funny. What about a bit of him in Curb? He was funny in that.
I remember because there was a couple of things happened that David Schwimmer lost his watch, and Dave then found the watch, but then lost it again. And then there was another one where I'm sure that David Schwimmer's dad had brought out a line of nuts and sultanas in a bag.
That's right.
Remember? And Dave got shitty because it was nuts and cashews.
Yeah.
Cashews and sultanas.
Yeah.
And what am I saying? Larry said, your dad, he's gone a bit late on the cashews in the breakdown.
That's right.
And he takes him to task on it. Do you want to hear that scene?
Great.
Sam, can we hear that scene? I think
That'd
it's
be funny.
available.
Can I give him a little piece of advice?
Please.
I would call it raisins. And then let people be surprised by the cashews.
You're not serious, right?
I am, yeah. It's better than being disappointed by buying something called cashew raisins.
We could put more in there, but they charge you a lot more. That's the balance.
Well, I
we
know.
wanted to make it an affordable snack, Larry, an affordable snack.
Give me 3 more cashews in here. I'll be a happy man. Then I think you got the right ratio. That's all.
Ah, what a show.
He said, naive I am. His dad didn't really. It's not true, is it? He's made that up, hasn't he?
He's made that up.
He's made that up.
He's
His
made that up.
dad didn't really put it
No,
up. No,
I don't think so. What is your guess, David Schwimmer and Rod Stewart?
I am going to say, well, when we've had these ones before, we've had someone else before, and someone was babysitting someone else's.
Yes, Alice Cooper.
Yeah, Alice Cooper. I'm just going to say that Rod Stewart would have lived in LA. David Schwimmer would have lived in LA. And when the time that I went to LA, I visited the house next to Jermaine Jackson.
Oh.
Now,
Do you reckon they were neighbours?
I reckon they were neighbours. Like, there were neighbours and there were fence neighbours. I reckon they were over the back fence with each other.
I'm going to say David Schwimmer's dad was a musician in Rod Stewart's band.
Oh, that's really good.
I don't know if he was. All we know is that he possibly made sultanas and
God,
nuts.
that's a good answer.
Well, what is the answer, Sam?
Schwimmer revealed that when he was 18, he spent a summer working for his mother. She was a divorce lawyer and needed someone to help serve papers to people on behalf of her clients. 18-year-old David turned up and handed divorce papers to rock star Rod Stewart.
Wow.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
That's fantastic. So his mum must have... Was it his mum or something? Was a lawyer or something?
I don't know.
And he was doing a bit of part-time.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing
As a
something
family,
about that.
right,
But
great.
It was, so he...
It's funny that... Well, he would have known Rod Stewart.
And Rod Stewart would have been Rod Stewart.
Yeah. And he's
It's not
been
like-
divorced a few times, so...
Who was he married to? Rachel Hunter?
Yes, I met her.
Did you really?
Yeah.
New Zealand model.
Did a movie with her. Yeah.
No, hang on. Whoa.
Hey,
whoa.
Was I in a scene with her? Don't think so.
You did a movie with Rachel
Yeah,
Hunter.
You and Your Stupid Mate, which I wrote with Mark O'Toole. We filmed it in Melbourne. Didn't do that very good. And I went to her caravan and interviewed her for the radio. Yeah.
I
I was in Rachel Hunter's caravan.
Just the two of you?
Yeah.
How did you find her?
She's a very nice person. Because she's a Kiwi.
Look, all New Zealanders are nice.
God, I'm pretty sure it was Rachel Hunter. I'm starting to doubt myself.
I reckon all New Zealanders are nice and all people who work at Bunnings are nice.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
most butchers.
Well, that's something that we didn't mention, which we've talked about on this podcast before. Ross touched on that Rod Stewart is a train. He loves trains.
Yes.
And remember we talked about in Bunnings. I went into my local Bunnings and Rod Stewart
No, hang on.
had just been in there.
Now, hang on. Yeah, you were am I right in saying you broke the story?
I don't think I broke the story. I think Kieran came out of Bunnings and said Rod Stewart was just in there. They're all talking about it. Because no one knew who he was, and an older guy working there said that was Rod Stewart, and he bought a piece of wood.
To put his train set on.
Yeah, and we were trying to work out what it was for on this very podcast. It was a mystery, and then it was revealed that it was for his train set.
Which he takes around the world.
Yes.
To rather than,
He has set it up in his hotel room, I think.
Probably.
And, at night he would just get out his plane saw and he'd just sit there and he'd get the wood and he'd go, I am shaving. I am shaving.
That's why you get the big dollars.
Thank you.
Hey, hello, Aubrey, if you're coming.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
coming.
sort of gear that you will be getting tonight.
Ready.